Good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's having an excellent morning. Got yourself some coffee? Or some tea? And get started being somewhat productive today. Alright. We are going to start off with some shapes practice. I feel like we are progressing along pretty nicely with this. We're going to try something new today. We're actually going to go and try and do the hexagon. And I think what we might try to do, or what we might try, rather, is doing the six-sided shape without using a reference. We're just gonna wing it and see what we've learned so far. Hopefully that works out for us. But we'll see. First thing we're gonna have to do is expand our canvas a little bit. This is actually wider than it needs to be anyway. Bring that down one. There we go. I'll widen this out. Uh-oh. See, we just want to go to 64. Doop. Alright. Cool. So let me open up the preview here. That way y'all can have something to look at that's not jumping all over the place as I try to slide things around and zoom in and zoom out and all that. Be a lot more pleasing on the eyes, I hope. Hopefully we can keep this thing focused right here. I don't know what that button does. Ahaha! There we go. Perfect. So, again, we're not gonna use a reference this time. And last time, we picked up a bunch of different, we started with a new palette. So we're gonna do, we've done purple already. So we've done brown and blue, red and green, purple and yellow. That's actually most of our colors, but we'll go for kind of we're gonna go for this sort of sea green here within these. We'll start with this outline here. And I think if we're going to do a hexagon, it's going to be flat on the sides. And we'll go all the way to the outer edge here. And like I said, I'm just going to try and wing this today. Oh, I don't have the line tool selected. I should start with that probably. Goodness. 1 pixel. Cool, we are, oh, yep, and the other thing I need to do is start us a new layer. Go back down here, we'll cut this out and put it on the right spot. There we go. All right. Back to the lines. Alright, so if we were here... Yeah, those don't look... Okay, yeah, I think we'll need to bring those up. So we'll just go ahead and get rid of this bad boy. I think about right there is not correct. That's it. No, that's not right either. You start where I need to end up here. There we go. We'll just connect that guy. Do the same thing up here. You know, come to think of it, this probably ought to be too wide. Which means this up here Or at least this side is incorrect. And it's not even the same on this side anyway. Let me fix that. Don't know. I don't know. That's looking kind of, not even, in all reality. I'm gonna tilt my head to the head to one side and look at it, tilt my head to the other side and look at it. I'm already regretting not using a reference. Oh man. Okay. Let's see if we can drop that down one and if that makes it look any better. What if I came to here? That's a line, 2 lines, a dot. 2 lines, a dot, 2 lines. I don't know. We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna do it on all sides. And I've noticed I've been watching some other art streams, and some of these other art programs have tools that let you simultaneously, and I think Krita does the same thing, simultaneously draw on a symmetrical, make a symmetrical drawing, essentially. It kind of looks a little better. I'm not sure, though. I think it looks squished. I think we're going to go back to the other way we had it. We'll just make this work. So now the question is, do we want to have a flat front face? Or do we want to have like this, where it's the same inset shape? I think we'll do the same inset shape. So we'll try to figure that out here too, as to how big this needs to be. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Why is this not working out the way I want it to? Ah, there we go, that's why. Yeah, something like that. Of course, now we've got this double wide thing going on again, which we haven't had to deal with that since that blue gem we were doing. But we can make this work. So let's come in from these corners here. There. Yeah, we're just going to go directly to the corner. Just like that. Just like a so. We'll come from the left to the right. Down here. Start all the way up there? I did. And then we'll come from the right to the left down here. It's got kind of a spirally shape going on. I'm already liking this, to be honest with you. I kind of already dig it. So, we need to come back here, select this. This is going to be our that color, our second to darkest color. And then I think these two will be the next one up. Go another step up here. And we're going to do all of these three. I'll make the middle bigger if I wanted to give it a lot more shine to work with. But no, we're going to commit. We're going to commit and see how this looks. It's probably going to be a little rough, I think. But that's okay. Okay. So now, this already looks like a 3D shape. I'm already digging it. Alright, so I think the next thing we'll want to start off with is making this top edge brighter. And then going all the way to the brightest color and bringing out this line. Probably all of this too. This is our not quite white yet color. And I guess this one has to come up too. I don't like this squared off bit here. It seems kind of weird. So maybe what I do is bring these sides in. The question becomes, does it just need to be one square? I guess that would have been this other color here. There we go. So now, yeah, that looks a little better, I think. We're gonna run with it either way. But all right. We are on the line tool. Ah, you see, yes, that is a problem. I think we're going to come across here with that. We're going to use this color, which is, I believe, this one. No. This one. There we go. Draw this here. Like that? Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, okay. Let's come back up here. I guess we gotta bring this shine... You know what, we should... the shine is coming from the same side. So let's make this not perfectly diagonal. Let's bring it from about here, I guess. Down like that. We'll clean this up a little bit too. Feel like I need to bring that back out. That's not really working. Yeah, I'm really not giving myself a lot of room to work with on this front face here. So I think this is this color. So, with that, let us go down a step and bring this over. Yeah, okay. And we'll bring this down as well in a similar fashion. No, actually, no, I'm doing this the wrong way. Take a sip of my coffee here. Let me get some reference from my own work over here. Yeah, this hexagon is this hexagon's a lot less clean looking. Ah, I see one other problem that I've made, or one other mistake I've made already. I'm using this color. Which one is this? That's the one. This is how that should be. Same thing over here, actually, too. We come down. I think we need this to come out like this. Yeah, maybe bring this one back down. Yeah, there we go. I guess we also want to bring this darker color up then too, huh? There seems to be a big jump between these two, right? Kind of feels like it. So what worked over here? Put that around, just sort of cycling. Ah, okay. I guess we can bring this across over to this part too. It's this color? Yeah. We'll just bring that. Yeah, just match that up there. And I wonder if I'm making a mistake, because I feel like maybe these should be following the exterior contours. Maybe it should be following the contour of the shiniest side actual angle. So like this one maybe should be going up and down. Yeah, I mean, they kind of are. Like, if we were looking at this, I'm going to use this as my reference right now. You get nothing. It's all mine. I'm going to use the preview for my own ends. Let's see. The more I'm looking at this, the more I am really thinking, yeah, maybe I should have used the hexagon, had the flat faces, top and bottom, rather than left and right. It's actually making me think of a TIE Fighter wing. TIE Fighter wings, if I'm remembering correctly, are like taller than they are wide. They're not perfect hexagons. So that would make this one, you know, flying straight up or straight down. Maybe that'll be on the next one. So yeah, I guess I could take a page out of the the hexagon book, as it were. Do the same thing, is all I'm trying to say. Do the same thing that I did over with the hexagon here, and just only shade the very outer edges and do a smaller shine on the interior. I think that would be a solid move. And we're going to do it. Alright, so let's go back to this. Put that back there. And we'll go back to the line tool before we mess anything up. Put this shine here. Give this a little shine there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, and then we'll come down a step. Or I guess we could do... Guess this would need to come straight across the middle, huh? Because that is kind of a... I don't know. Let's go here. Actually, what is this color? What is that color? Is that the... No, that is that one. So yeah, we'll do this and see how it looks. Maybe go a step darker, which is the natural middle shade here. Bring this back up. There we go. Yeah, something like that. I think that works out pretty good. So now this was our darkest, right? This is our darkest color here. No. Next one up. There we go. So we can feed this in, or mute it a little bit rather, with this next brighter color. I brought this over like so. How would this look? You know, I don't know. I think that would work better the other way. I'm going to bring this back and do the darker color on the other side. Yes. Maybe not have this outline here at all, because this should be actually a brighter color than what's here. That's that, yeah. I think that's how that should be. And then I'll come back down here to this darker color. Maybe bleed this over. But how to do so? I think it needs to come down this way, huh? Something like that, maybe. Now these shines don't really match up, but I'm sort of just trying to figure out how this should look, how this should work. And this darker shade here is also not doing it. That should be this. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is wrong. Feels wrong. No. I'm really sure what to do with this now. I've done mucked it all up. Ah, that's an option, actually. So I could come up to this brighter color, right? Hey, if I can grab it. Come up here, pull this across. Leave that there. And then just use this color. And again, though, these seem very starkly different. You know what? This song is not doing it for me. There we go. Nope, and it's not even showing my... There we go. Much better. Oh, is my stuff on the right space? No, again, I've done goofed it. Ah. Fix. Okay. Now, part of me is kind of feeling like this needs to be, these shades, this undershine, whatever you want to call it, needs to be more horizontal, maybe at least up here on top, right? Let's do this real quick. I'm going to find these colors, and we're going to just shade this back in, and we're going to start over on the shading. I am not digging this as it stands right now. Okay. So this needs to be here, I think. And this would come down this way. Across here. I think that would be better. We'll go ahead and bring this one down a level. Actually, let's start it here. There we go. And maybe this one too, if we're doing that. While we're on the subject. There we are. Give us a little bit more variation in our shading here. I could maybe even come down another level. I don't want to run into colors we're already using. But I think we'll leave that for now. Go ahead and come back up here and use these. Shade here. See how that ends up looking. No. I'll leave that one. Leave that one alone. Doesn't really look starkly different enough. But we're gonna run with it. So I think I want to leave this shade actually, or this facet, completely cleaned up. Like so. And so, does this look better? Not, I mean, it doesn't look worse. Either way, I think we're going to stop playing around with this one. So let's do this. Let's come find this color real quick. Should be that. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to do the same thing here. Doesn't look like the same thing. You know what? Here. I'm just going to dot these in because that's all I really want. There we go. And then what we'll do is just start bringing this over. Till about here, I think. And then come down another step. Yes, something like this. Of course, the question becomes, am I ruining it? I might be. That's okay. It's all part of the learning process. Now this does kind of make me think that I should be bringing this color down over here. Right? Or maybe I should be bringing this color up. Let's try this. Come up one here, cross two, and like that. Bring everything down a step. So I can do that. Does that look right? I don't know. I don't know if that looks right. I think what I need to do is adjust to follow the line here. Because like as this line and this line, as they converge, they'll flatten out here in the middle. So maybe this needs to be going the other way. Herm indeed. It's starting to come together, though. Ever so slightly. Got this kind of line going across this way, but following the curves that we're making. No, I think we want to draw this darker color over instead. Just a matter of how to make that work. We might go with that. That might do the trick. Ah, good morning, Goddess of Doom. Welcome. I'm glad you like the colors. Just decided to do sort of a sea green on this one. I'm using my preview window as sort of a reference for what I have done in the past, rather than trying to go off of the old reference. The something that is other people's work. But yeah, I feel like the colors are kind of a little bit closer together than the other one was. Like the brightest bright over here isn't quite as contrasty, and then this dark color here is so this is the darkest color on the border here, and then right next to it on my cursor is the next one down, and I feel like they're not that far apart. Or rather, they are quite far apart. Exactly the opposite of the thing that I said out loud. I feel like they're quite far apart, so there's a lot of contrast. Which is not what I want when I'm going from my, second darkest to my darkest color. It is too early in the morning for that song for me. I say it's too early in the morning, but I'm awake, and I've had 2 cups of coffee. Well, I'm working on my second cup of coffee. But how's your morning going so far, Goddess of Doom? You, hopefully you haven't had to do anything productive yet. Still kind of early. Going alright, just chilling? Well, that's good. Glad to hear it. I'm glad you decided to chill out here with me for a little bit. Just sort of trying to figure out how these colors should come down here. I think I'm gonna leave that alone. In that case, I should probably bring this one down too. No, that doesn't look right. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It could be that this isn't matching up. Somewhere along that. Oh, hang on a second. I think I've got a cat trying to get my attention to come in the room. Yeah, no. Go for it. The cat that I thought was actually coming at the door was sitting in my seat the whole time. Oh, hang on. That's a bad sign. I can't hear any of my music anymore. Ah, there we go. It just wasn't playing. Yeah. Ah, there she is. Hey there, Hobbs. Hobbs is my fluffy cat. She just wants attention this morning. Hey, girly. I swear, if this stream ever starts making any money, we'll get a cat cam, cat and dog cam. I've got all of my cats here in the room with me. One of them is trying to put her tail in my coffee, thank you. One is sitting in my seat currently, that's gonna have to change. Sitting in my seat currently, that's gonna have to change. And the other one is sleeping next to the dog on the bed. It's a whole pile of cuteness that just can't do anything with yet. Okay, I'm gonna bring this along like that, I think? Is that what I want to do? I think it is. Yeah, I think that is what I want to do. Hang on a second. I think I can fix that problem right quick. Like I've said, I really want to solve this problem. There we go. Solve this problem where we got these bots showing up in chat. There's probably a fix for that via YouTube's settings or something. Can't remove it. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to remove it on the actual... Oh, wait, not there it goes. Haha! Fantastic. Okay, well, I don't know that this one's going to be nearly as interesting as the one we did a couple days ago. I feel like that one's working out a whole lot better, or worked out a whole lot better. I'm not exactly sure why. You know what? Let's compare. I think I may have done all I'm going to be able to do with this particular gem. Let's look at it from a distance. It doesn't look half bad. It looks okay. I feel like it needs some work here. You know what? Actually, I think I've got an idea. Before I move on, I was about to move on from it, but I think I've got an idea on how to solve this problem, how to fix this problem. I just want to bring these directly in line with one another. Or at least more in line with one another. But then, come up here, we're going to shave this down some. Like that. We are getting there. I think. That, I think, looks a little bit better. And now, we come down to this color here, which is also this color. What? I did not do that. Bring this over a step or two. Maybe that? Yeah, that's better. That's better. I think it is anyway. Maybe it doesn't look good at all. Let's do that. I don't know if that fixes anything. But then it makes me feel a little bit better about it. There we are. I do feel like from here to here, these need to change directions the more I look at it. But it's looking okay. Or it's starting to, anyway. One other problem that I'm noticing is that there is not a direct line coming from this corner to that corner. The line isn't quite straight. It's fine, though. At least I think it's fine. Another thing I think I'd like to do is maybe bring this all the way across. If I can find the right color. That one. And I kind of feel like I should bring this down. But... Maybe bring this one up. Nah. How's that? Nope, that just doesn't look good. We'll leave it here, like so. How's that look at a distance? I hope y'all can't hear my cats fighting, because they fighting now. Bed Cat and Fluffy Cat have gotten into it. I have no idea, no way to know which one of them started it. Okay, I think I am going to open up the image we've been using as a reference and just use it as a reference. I'm going to leave it alone. So let's see, how did they do theirs? Yeah, they did not take as much space from their sides. Mine is mostly sides, it looks like. Move back over to the preview image. Yeah, they've got a lot more even space. And they didn't try to do as much crazy nonsense, I think. Somehow this one looks a lot cleaner than mine. I wonder why. They were a lot more sparing with the very brightest color, too. I could do that. Use this color to come up this side. Where was I? About like that, I think. And even across some here, too. Interesting. Left some little bright shiny bit on it. Okay. That's something to keep in mind for later. I'm playing around with the process, so all right. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and take a quick break here. Oust my cat from my seat. And then press on to a different tack on what we took on Wednesday. It wasn't going too hot, but I think I've got a solution. So stick around for that. We'll be right back. Wrong one. I turned the volume down on the transition. I hope it comes through. I don't know if it was too loud before exactly, but I felt like it was, so I adjusted it. Okay, so there we go. Let's swap over here. That's not the right picture. We'll save this guy. Come to this. I'm going to get rid of the preview here because I'm working on a big image. This is what I'm working with so far. And some of this needs to be edited because I've doubled it in size. But, point is. Can I? Ooh, that's weird. That's kind of cool. Anyway, sorry, playing with my colors over here. This is what I've got going on sort of as my idea for what I want to do. This needs to be edited a little bit, of course. Doesn't look like much of a shop. Looks like more of a bedroom at this point. This is going off of a reference. But if I put my little dude behind this counter or something, it might look like it's a bit more of a... We're chatting, hanging out. And if I'm going to widen this out to be more of like a... what do you call it? Like a vendor shelf, right? It's got a bunch of stuff on it. Put little potions and scrolls and that kind of thing. Basically, what I'm doing is consigning myself to the hell of making little assets for the, for the foreseeable future, because this shelf is going to have to be full of stuff. So let's see. What did I put on what here? Okay, that's all of that. Oh, goodness. What have I done? What have I done? All right, let's get rid of all this other stuff here. Maybe not the background. Okay, so we need to edit this thing. Bring the counter back over. Do this. But yeah, I would, like I said, I doubled the size because I felt like it was just too small when I started it. So this is actually 4 pixels instead of just 2. And it may still be too small, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'm also working only within the palette provided over here. I could probably get a lot more variety of browns because I feel like there's going to be a lot of brown, a lot of shelving. But yeah, I would need to make my own palette, basically. We're gonna slowly... Where is it? There it is. We want this color. I'm gonna slowly make this a bit higher resolution, in a sense. Actually, you know what we could do? We could just widen this all out instead of doing it this way. Either way, I'm doing this backwards because I need to extend this whole shelf over. I want this basically coming, not quite, but almost to the wall. If I was a real smart cookie, what I'd probably end up doing would be to... How would you call it? If I was a real smart cookie, I'd put these all in different layers. That's what I would do. We're gonna put it right about there. Honestly, I could probably have the shelves going all the way across behind me, and that would be fine. But it's all gonna be a sort of a work in progress. Also, I kind of wanted to shrink these down. Let's just go ahead and delete that. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4 across there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we're just gonna make it 8. We're gonna make it 8 across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 7. Grr. Alright, fine. So that means over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. Basically, all this needs to get deleted. There we go. I'm doing this probably the hard way. That's okay. There we are. Alright, so that's going to be the back of our shelf, basically. Then the dark color, this darkest brown, is going to fill in all over here. So, I say that, but that... Yeah. Let's move that. Move that over. And it doesn't really matter. We're going to make it bigger anyway. About that big. Okay. I think this is our color. It is indeed. We're basically just going to bring these all the way over here. Be our shelves. I think my idea with this was like a little rack here. Oh, crap. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing on the wrong layer. I'll become a professional at some point. Maybe. And then I'll know what the hell I'm doing. I'll be able to stay on the same layers. And again, I might still need to embiggen this so that it's more appropriately sized, I guess. Oh, that's that same color. Well, Farkle. I don't know about these drawers down here. I don't know if this is going to be a thing. I don't know if this is a good idea. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do as a streamer. That should probably go the other way. Like, I don't know that I want to be doing pixel art, you know, just as a full-time gig. I feel like I have gained some success with it a little bit. Some people are interested, but I'm not nearly good enough to be falling into the category of, you know, people want to watch because you're impressive. Right? I'm probably never going to get to that point. It'd be nice. But even if so, that's probably a ways off. Does that look good? I think that's a good place for that. But yeah, I've tried to think about what would I like to do additionally. Try to figure out... No, I think that does need to stay dark. Try to figure out what I can do and be entertaining. If I really wanted to sell this, I could make one side longer than the other. Bring this down too. Play around with how all this looks. Is that color? Yeah, it is. No, not that. There we go. We could even come up here and do a slightly brighter shade. Up across the top edge. Maybe not that. Don't want this to be too detailed. But yeah, I don't know exactly what the... I don't know if there's a right answer per se. As far as what to do for streaming. I do feel like perhaps the better play is to focus more on YouTube. I can probably delete this up here. Give me a line. Wait. I'm in the eraser tool. Oh, there it is. Wow, that goes actually pretty big. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we'll come back to our line tool. But yeah, so I'm not sure what to think, honestly, as far as what to make. I've got some ideas for some YouTube videos that are, say, a bit different than what I did. Then a bit different than what I made the first time. I think I said I'd like to do some D&D related content because, you know, I'm kind of into that. I don't know, maybe nobody would be interested in hearing me blather on. Kind of seems to be the way things are now, in a sense. So I guess nothing lost there, ultimately. Probably does need to be something above this. Is this the right color, though? It's really not. And then that color probably needs to come all the way over. Like so. There we go. Now those look more like drawers. Do a single pixel out of the corner here. Yeah, I think I'd like to talk about some D&D content. What am I doing here? That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's all I need. I'm gonna have to learn how to be exciting and over the top. Which is one of those things that I've thought about too. Like, I know Goddess of Doom, you and I, and Likely and Brass were all in that Marbles chat the other day, and that guy's stream has a lot going on. A lot going on. And not in a bad way, I think. But it's one of those things that I consider when I'm thinking about, you know, stuff to add, stuff to do. So I'm not really sure if that's the right way to go for me, right? Like, I don't know if I should be trying to emulate that kind of style. Like, on my own stream, I've got stuff going on, right? Like, I've got stuff happening on screen, but it's not nearly as, I don't know, high impact, high octane. I don't know what exactly the right term is, per se, but I guess what I'm getting at is that I wonder if that's the way to really get attention. I am on the wrong layer. That's why that is not showing up. Yeah, I was about to have all kinds of problems. But yeah, I am wondering if that style of content is better for Twitch, right? Or would be better for me. Would I be better served by doing really bombastic and high energy stuff? And I feel like maybe I could do that. It would take some adjustment, per se. I want to be a good host. I think I talked about this before, but I think that's sort of the meat and potatoes of Twitch. It's like hosting. Like whether you want to think of it as hosting a game show or hosting just people at a place. And I feel like that is a job, rather, that people have had. You can hire professional hosts for parties or events or whatever, and people who know how to keep people engaged and entertained and make them want to return and, you know, come back to see what you've got going on. You know, I'm kind of wanted to do something here. And that those are skills that I would be well served in learning, but I guess my point is that this and, you know, being a streamer on Twitch and being a good host have a lot of overlap. You know, getting people to come to your stream. I was watching someone earlier today who they stream them making music. They just sit playing guitar, but their day job is in marketing. And my first thought was, oh wow, that's there's a lot of good overlap there. Can I recommend a streamer? She talks a lot about how to grow, and I've been watching her. Sure, go ahead. By all means. Is that the right one? That is not the right one. Where is my guy? Chaotic Bunny TV. Let me cut this guy real quick. Or copy him, rather. This makes me happy. Recently got partnered, so I think she's doing something right. It's a lot of really good points. Alright, I'll check her out. I'll open this up here in a new tab. Oh, she's streaming live right now. So, one thing I'm seeing that she's doing immediately is that she's got these live things going on screen when people interact with chat. And that's pretty cool. And I know that Grumpster was doing the same thing. But again, it's definitely one of those things where I don't know if is that the kind of thing we want to do? Or I want to do, I guess. You don't need a camera. Oh, yeah, not a camera. But I'm, like, whenever somebody comments with emotes or something, it shows up on screen. I'm not saying you should do just chatting. I mean, I'd like to do some just chatting. One of the things I want to do with this guy, too, is have him resting his arm on the counter. I think that would be hilarious. But subtly hilarious. And again, some of the colors of things may need to change, but And if I get really fancy, this will be my background, and I'll be sitting behind the counter here. Oof, my coffee's getting room temperature. This is not a good. This is not the good. Let's see. Kind of want to have a little bit of. Let's see. How should we do this? I'm going to do this with this color here, but I just had an idea that I want to draw out. And then, oh goodness. What's a good color for this? Let's try this one. Nope, I need something more brown. That's really orange. Something like that. Okay. There. Got ourselves a little health potion. Oh, what color was this? I think it was this one? Yeah. Let's darken this up a little bit. We'll come back up to here. No, that wasn't it. No. That's the one. There we go. Maybe a couple specks of the really dark. Give it some shape. No, that's too much. Let's bring that back up one step and just have the two there. All right. And let's see, what else can we do with this? That's kind of a brown. No, that's still too red. That's that color. Do we want that? I feel like maybe that should be... Maybe that should be like that. There's another part of me that also says that this should be only one wide instead of two wide. Yeah, I think that looks okay. And again, another part of me still says that this should be about twice as big so I can have twice as much resolution to make things a bit more colorful and shaded. I could draw some little scrolls and such too. Hey, welcome to the kitty. Good to see you this morning. What are we selling? Right now, we're selling this one bottle of mysterious pink fluid. I have no idea what it does, but it is most certainly magical. I identified it myself. It's almost guaranteed not to kill you. This seems like an opportune time to inform you that I do not offer refunds or guarantees. Or warranties, rather. Let's see. Also wanted to do some... Mic quality seems a little off. Off in what way, would you say? Scratchy, less quality. Huh. Does it sound worse now? I've been playing around a little bit with it, and I'm not really sure how it goes. Seems better. Okay, all I did was move it, so that could be part of the problem. Could just be that I didn't have it centered up enough. It's not the right color still. I'm gonna need to look up some tutorials on how to make scrolls, because this isn't doing the trick. Looks like a little bit of a jelly roll now at the moment. Need at least one mask on the shelf. Fair enough. We can probably make that happen. Why does this look funny? Let's delete this line here. Doop. And maybe that one too. Is that color? It is that color. So let's unshade that. Bring this up here. Nope, that doesn't look like a scroll at all. Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to look some of that up to fix that. We could probably do a mask. Let's do a blue one. That's pretty bright. Let's start with our darkest color here. You alright over there, dog? Dog's making funny noises at me. This is probably too small. I think it is too small. We'll use it as a reference, though. Let's go 3 here. Maybe even 4. Oh, by the way, though, to go back to what we were talking about earlier, and Death the Kitty, feel free to chime in, because I know you've been doing this for a minute, too. We were talking about streaming, and sort of figuring out, or what, the process of trying to figure out what to do for a stream. Like, I don't exactly want to confine myself to pixel art. I don't think I'm nearly good enough at it for that. But we were watching a streamer the other day who, and I've seen other people do this. They've got a lot going on visually on their stream, and they've got a lot of chat interactive stuff that I think is... Let's go ahead and fill this out. I think it's pretty cool. That is exactly not what I wanted to do. Why would you do that? Why would I ever want to do that? You know, somebody puts an emote in chat and it shows up on camera. That kind of thing, right? And so, is that that color? Yeah, it is. Like, I don't know if that's the kind of thing I want to do, right? This is exactly the wrong way to do this. I should be going the other way around. That's probably too much. Let's go bring it down to here. But you know, what can I do to be more engaging? To engage chat better? To make people interested? You know, because like, you know, rule number one, I think, as far as streaming it goes, is you want to make interesting content. If you're making interesting content, worthwhile content that doesn't waste people's time, people will want to watch it. And I gotta get there. I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm making stuff that is interesting enough on its own necessarily for people to want to watch it. There we go. I think I can use this dark blue here. Is that the right one? Yeah, it is. Yeah, look at that. That's doing some work. Alright, it's getting weird. We're getting freaky up in here. There we go. I can dig it. Yes. That's that color. There we are. Oh, good. I'm putting my arm on my headphone cord. Yeah. Looks like a freaky looking mask. We can just move this. Mask is floating. Let's set those little items right up there on the shelf. Oh, crud. I don't know, I feel like that kind of makes it... That almost makes it weirder. Turned it sideways on accident. I think that looks kind of neat. I didn't mean to do that. All I did was wanted to move it over. You know, make a bunch of these little bottles and have them all be different colors and stuff. The mask is almost certainly not possessed. Good call there. Good call there, Kitty. I like it already. But yeah, trying to figure out what else would be good to do, I guess, as a streamer. I feel like the thing for Twitch is playing games. Right? I mean, there's other stuff, of course. You can do art, but I'm not like an amazing artist or anything, especially when I see other people on I made the mistake of going on Twitter and rolling around in pixel art circles, and like there's so many people who are just so good at this stuff. It's on the one hand it's encouraging because you're like, oh wow, you can do a whole lot of cool stuff in this medium. But on the other hand, it's like, oh wow, there are these people who are way better than I am at this. What right do I have? What right do I have to be messing around in this space, I guess? Trying to make content as an artist when there are other better artists who aren't doing this thing. I don't know. It's a weird space. Weird place to be. I guess I could do it like they're not actually sitting, because right now it kind of is reminding me that the shelf is kind of reminding me of like you walk into a shop in a Zelda game, right? And you can actually walk over to the item and pick it up and walk out with it. Rather than something like, I don't know, more like Skyrim, I guess, where you walk in and the items are on the shelf and they look like they're supposed to be there rather than they look like they're supposed to float there until you pick them up. I don't know. I could just copy this multiple times. I don't necessarily want to do that. We could just fill in different colors. Let's make a green one. Let's unselect this. And we'll start filling in these colors here. Doop. Oh, crud, no. Why? Why would you do that to me? You monster. I only wanted to do this one. I did them both. But anyway, this other streamers that I've been looking at, they have a lot of engagement, or a lot of stuff that's engaging going on their stream, on their screen. And I'm feeling like maybe that's something I should do. It's a third-party program that can do that kind of thing. Twitch doesn't natively support that, I think. Oh, in other fun news, I got a budget stream deck of a sort. It's basically just a number pad that I've key mapped to do different things. So now, right now, all I can do is change scenes because that's all I've got it set up to do. But plan is to have some other visual and audio effects that I can hit to make it happen. And I could do other interesting stuff too, like, you know, you guys could type stuff in chat, like an exclamation point something, and it would cause a sound effect or something like that. Part of the hurdle too is going to be getting enough people to where it's gives me something to bounce off of, right? Because I do know that the practice of streaming in front of basically nobody. And not, I realize that's a little disrespectful, so I apologize. It's not basically nobody. It's streaming from a very small number of people who, you can't have a full constant back and forth with only a couple of people. Hi, cat. Hi, dog. Or at least it's really hard. Hey, no. Don't paw at me. I love you, but don't. Hard to have a full constant back and forth because you guys got other stuff you're doing. But, if you have like 30 people in chat, somebody's talking at all times. So you have something to bounce off of. Whereas, as it stands, I don't have that. But at the same time, having the, I guess, skill or practice or whatever you want to call it of, okay, interesting. Skill or practice of being able to just sort of off the cuff, just keep talking and be interesting and entertaining and that kind of thing when nobody's there is a good skill to have. Part of learning to be a good entertainer, I guess. This is a good track. Very video gamey. I like it. The other thing we're going to do is have a stone back wall. I guess I could move everything else down if I wanted to as well. Don't know how much I want to do that though. I'm just going to put this over here, undo that. Put this behind the counter. That looks more like it's sitting on the thing. Which would makes me want to. I just had a cat click my buttons for me. Kitty cat, no. Okay, Niles. I thought you were Tig. Could we get really crazy and do something with the floor? See, we get this really dark color here. Could just straight across. Nah, I need to come up with some good angle. Do these crosswise lines. And draw it like it's flagstones or something. It's an idea, anyway. If I round this off, how does this look? That is the next color up from there. No, it's not. Where did that color come from? Huh. Weird. Sort of round this off a little bit. Try to, even though we're at an angle here. That is that color right there that I was just using. Huh. I guess I just goofed it up myself. It doesn't really look like a flagstone, but... eh. It's on the way there. what you could say, getting there. What is this color? Is it that? It is that color. Huh. Go figure. You know, I don't hate it, but we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that idea. Neural. So if I come back up here to these... Oh, wait a minute. I can do that. I can put this behind that, like so. And then move this over. There you go. Hey, that's better. Now it actually looks like they're sitting down on the shelf. Now, I do wonder, too, if I shouldn't... You know what, I'm going to rename this. And this is... Okay. So let's bring this color all the way over and see how that looks. Just wanna bring it over here like so. Bring it over here like so. You know, I don't think it looks worse. But I also am not sure if it looks better. We'll leave it for now, though. I think. Yep. Oh, hey now. Be careful up there. But yeah. I guess one thing to think about as far as content goes is having a plan. And I thought I had a plan at one point. I more have a general idea of what to do than I have a plan, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably need another shelf behind me. Now, if I take this and... interesting. That kind of still works. Just put one of those right over there. Definitely doesn't look good when it's sitting on the counter, that's for sure. But, you know, I'm not sure, actually. So let's put this back. And let's select it and copy it. Does it look okay next to the other one being over here? It might. That might still work. That said... Oop, crud. Undo that, whatever it was. Uh-oh, I don't know what I've done. Could make it kind of look like it's on a different angle, right? Like over here is angled towards the center, and then over here it shifts and goes back towards the center again instead of being just directed to the right. Maybe this works. Sorry about. Excuse me. Probably don't want to have the exact same kind of shelf either. I guess, again, alternative plan is just move this whole thing behind me. And I could have it going off screen in any case. And I can extend the counter out too. There's a lot of things I could do. Just need to, you know, do them. Interesting. Right. Forgot all about how that works. And then, oops. I'm out there. Somewhere like that. Come back here to the props. And we'll just grab these. That, you know what? I spent all that time making the bottom of that shelf, and I just think this looks better. It gives me so much more space on the right. That's the other thing that I just thought about too. Having space on the right, if I wanted to put chat on screen, if I wanted this to be my whole background, that'd be better. I feel like this needs to flip. There we go. I think that looks a little better. There's a part of me still that wants to take this guy and... Oh, wait a minute. There's down one. Take this guy and just sort of... have it be at this janky angle. Because I feel like that would kind of really sell the strangeness of it. But I think we'll hold off on that for now. There we go. I'll leave that there. Move this guy over here. And I just need me to bob up and down and actually have my, Ooh, you know what? I just thought of this. I need my little avatar guy to be the one that's talking now. Without doing the color shifting thing, obviously. No. Pull it out. I mean, I guess I could still do the color shifting thing. But either way, do that, and then move the... have the counter be a separate image file, right? And so it's sitting there, and I can actually have this little avatar behind it. I think maybe by next stream we can have that up and running. I think it'll be fun. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take a break now, because my dog is really pawing at me. I think she needs to go outside. I need to also put some coffee on the table, on the counter here. So that's another thought. Anyway, we'll be right back. It might be a little bit longer than 5 minutes, so bear with me. I did the wrong one again. Still getting used to my little Stream Deck knockoff thing. Welcome back. I'm back. I don't know why I said welcome back. We're back in it. We have made a little bit of progress on our magic shop. I'm pretty happy with it, actually. It's not a lot to go on yet, but working on it an hour at a time gets us a little bit of progress here. I'll probably work more on it off stream and hopefully have it up and running by Monday. I keep one of the things I keep hearing from various different people, and of course streamers who are really big have the lofty position from which they can say this confidently, but multiple sources I've heard have said basically something to the effect of, you know, getting affiliate is not really a milestone. It's just something there to make sure you're not a bot. It's like, oof, thanks guys, appreciate that. That really boosts my self-confidence, and I really appreciate it. Considering it's been, goodness, I'm streaming for a month and a half. I've got 26 followers. Oh well, y'all didn't come here to see me complain. Or hear me complain, I guess. You can't really see me complain. So I'm still poking around with the idea of doing the VTuber thing. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I just gotta figure out how to do it. Or, I know how to do it. It's just a matter of in what way would I like to engage with that content. Because I could get somebody to draw something for me, and then somebody else to rig it. Unless I wanted to go with a full service artist, I guess. But, that's if I wanted a 2D thing. Wanted a 3D thing, I could get started, you know, really fast. 3D stuff is, there's a lot of free assets for. 2D stuff is generally more, not accepted, but people tend to like it more, unless you've got like really high-end 3D stuff. Like, there are some streamers who have 3D models that are just super intricate and detailed, and you know, they've got a lot going on, and they look really good. But it's really easy. I guess it's really easy for 3D models to look really bad. And of course, the best ones have very accurate tracking, I guess. My biggest thing is that, you know, I wouldn't really need interesting and accurate tracking. I could do that with just, you know, if I'm wanting this basic thing to be my avatar, or something like it to be my avatar, something pixel art-esque, then that might be easier to have tracking for. Don't have to worry about my mouth flaps going incorrectly. So I think what I'm going to do, I hadn't really planned to do this today, but given that while I'm working on this, I'm kind of losing steam just poking at it. I think what I should probably do is switch over to a game. So we'll poke that over there and get that up and running. Alternatively, I could just call it here today. I don't know that I'm going to get anything else productive done. Sitting here streaming to no one. Oh well. Alright. I think I've tapped myself out for today. I don't think anybody else I know is streaming. Nope. Alright, well. If anybody is out there, hope you had a good time. Yeah, well, until we cross paths again. Stay safe out there.